Hello and happy Saturday, folks, or happy weekend. So, I wanted to talk about a question that I'm always asked, and at the end of the day, I'm always going to answer it this way. The question is, when you have two guitars, typically that you're considering buying, which one do you buy? Okay, very, very broad the way I positioned it, but what usually happens, because I started this channel based upon guitars I wanted to buy, and I would make a recording and upload it, and people started watching it, and then they would email me or send me a comments in the comment section, which guitar should I buy? And I love doing the Goliath versus the Giant story. So, for example, one question I've been asked a lot is that I think I did a video of a Martin HD28 and a Blueridge 168, 160A, right? So, and it goes like, which guitar should I buy? So that's a classic one that I get asked like that. Or Eastmans. I've owned a lot of Eastmans, and I'll do a video of an Eastman archtop versus, say, a Gibson, things of that nature. And so, at the end of the day, it'd be nice to always say, buy the one that you can play the best, buy the one that sounds the best in your hands from that perspective. But 9 out of 10 times, don't want to sound like a guitar snob or anything like that. Go with the name, and I'll tell you why. The reality of it, let's go back to that first one. Should I buy the Blueridge 160A versus the Martin HD28? Remember what the Blueridge is. Remember what the Eastmans are. They're copies of something that there is an originator of. So in this case, the Blueridge is essentially a copy of a Martin. And remember this, name does matter in the long run. I didn't make it up. It is the reality of the situation. So 9 out of 10 times, even if the Martin HD28 will cost you a little bit more money, you're going to get more back for it if you decide to get rid of it. So it's going to hold its value. 9 out of 10 times, it's going to be something you can hand down as an heirloom to your kids or to anybody who's going to inherit anything from you for that nature. That's always going to happen. That doesn't mean that Blueridge 168 is not going to sound better or even play better. And it doesn't even mean you shouldn't buy that one. Don't get me wrong with that. I'm just saying, if you get caught in that pickle, always go towards the Martin, period. The same thing with Eastman versus Gibson. You're almost crazy, and it's great when you watch these videos, or I do them and things of that nature. At the end of the day, remember what an Eastman is. It's a copy of an archtop that is, a Gibson, Lord Lore, whatever his name is, created, things of that nature. And 9 out of 10 times, my 1980 Gibson ES175D it's appreciated since the time I bought it, And if you own one that's from 1957, it's appreciated even more. I'm not so sure Eastman's gonna happen that way. And again, it's not to even say that the Eastmans don't have high end woods. It doesn't play. It plays inferior to the Gibsons or things of that nature. The bottom line is, remember what some of those up and comers are. They're copying something else. So it's just a fact. I'm not creating that stuff. And by the way, everybody who watches this channel knows I own Eastmans. They know I own Blueridge. In fact, the funny thing about it, one of my favorite guitars is my BR341, which is basically, I don't have it like handy right here. It's basically like a Parlor or double O copy of a Martin with mahogany. And the thing played better than any Martin that I've ever had. And I sold a Martin, regretfully, to hold on to that. But I love it because I play it from that nature. So, again, at the end of the day, when you have those competing options, where there's Gibson, Martin, and the same can be told by, I left Telly's out, Fenders. I have a beautiful Iconic that is a $3,500, $4,000 guitar. Will I ever get that money back for that? Never. And I didn't pay that because I didn't get it brand new. The fact is, it's not a Fender guitar. That's it. It's got premium woods. It plays well. It's got Lindy Fralin pickups in there. All high-end things like that. But always let somebody else take the big hit off of those things. So that's the bottom line. And it's just plain old economics when you have those competing things. So when you have A and B and you have the money and you have the resources, always go for that. There has to be a compelling reason to not do that. It's common sense. If it plays so much better and you feel like it's your stuff, then buy it. But at the end of the day, it should never really be an option or a choice that you should have to go, should I or should I not? If you have the money and it's a good guitar and the thing says Martin on the headstock, it says Gibson on the headstock, it says Fender, and to a lesser extent the PRS stuff and some of these other things like that. So name does matter, period. Didn't create it. It is a fact of life. So sorry, it's not intended to be a rant. It's just one of those questions that I was like reading some of my comments in some of my earlier videos. And yeah, that's my stand on that. And I love you, Eastman. I love you, Blueridge. And I will always play you, but I love me some Martins and some Fenders and some Gibsons. Thank you for watching. Practice and practice and practice some more.